Heat-related illness training presented by Gabriela Harvey and Olde. California employers with any outdoor places of employment must comply with Cal OSHA's Heat Illness Prevention Standard T8 CCR 3395. These procedures have been created to assist in crafting a heat illness prevention procedures and to reduce the risk of work-related heat illnesses among employees. The components of the program include provision of water, access to shade, written procedures, and training. Water is a key preventative measure to minimize the risk of heat-related illnesses. Employees shall have access to potable drinking water meeting the requirements of Sections 1524, 3363, and 3457 as applicable. Where their supply of water is not plumbed or otherwise continuously supplied, water shall be provided in sufficient quantity at the beginning of the work shift. Access to rest and shade or other cooling measures are important preventative steps to minimize the risk of heat-related illnesses. Employees suffering from heat illness or believing a preventative recovery period is needed shall be provided access to an area with shade that is either open to the air or provided with ventilation or cooling. Written procedures help reduce the risk of heat-related illnesses and ensure that emergency assistance is provided without delay. Training is critical to help reduce the risk of heat-related illnesses and to assist with obtaining emergency assistance without delay. The three most common heat-related illnesses are heat cramps, heat exhaustion, and heat stroke. Heat rash is a mild type of heat-related illness. Employees required to work in the heat for long periods are at risk of heat-related illness. Prolonged exposure to heat, humidity, and excessive perspiration without enough hydration can result in the body losing water and salt, and this can increase the body temperature. Factors that increase risk to employees are high temperature and humidity, direct sun exposure, limited air movement, physical exertion, low fluid consumption, heavy personal protective equipment, poor physical condition, health problems, medications, pregnancy, and lack of exposure to heat. Thermoregulation is a process that allows your body to maintain its core internal temperature. The core body temperature is balanced by adding or removing body heat. Sweat is a great cooling system that helps balance body temperature. Sweat is made up of water and electrolytes such as sodium, chloride, and potassium. When heat activates sweat glands, these glands bring that water, along with the body's salt, to the surface of the skin as sweat. Water evaporating from the skin cools the body, keeping its temperature in a healthy range. The body heat radiates into the environment, similar to a hot oven radiating into the kitchen. Your brain controls thermoregulation. When it senses your internal temperature becoming too low or too high, it sends signals to your muscles, organs, glands, and nervous system. They respond in a variety of ways to help return your temperature to normal. Electrolytes are minerals in your body that have an electrical charge. They are in your blood, urine, tissues, and other bodily fluids. Electrolytes are important because they help balance the amount of water in your body. They balance your body's pH level. They help move nutrients into your cells and move waste out of your cells. And they make sure that your nerves, muscles, heart, and brain are working correctly. Okay, so now we will discuss heat-related illnesses. Heat rash is a skin condition caused by blocked sweat ducts and trapped sweat beneath the skin. It is the mild type of heat illness. Heat rash usually goes away on its own and it is self-treatable. Ice can help to reduce the inflammation and helps to relieve discomfort. You can wash the affected area with a mild soap and rinse the area with water and allow it to air dry. Heat cramps are painful muscle spasms that occur due to dehydration and loss of nutrients from excessive sweating. They are associated with heavy perspiration. Heat cramps are most common in the abdomen, backs, arms, or legs. If you suspect heat cramps, rest and cool down. Drink water or electrolyte fluid drinks. Practice gentle range of motion stretching or do gentle massage to the affected muscle group. Don't resume strenuous activity for several hours or longer after the heat cramps go away. Heat exhaustion occurs when your body overheats. Heat exhaustion is less severe than heat stroke, but can lead to a more serious condition. The symptoms can come on suddenly without warning. If you suspect heat exhaustion, stop immediately. If you have access to shade or a cool area, lay down or lay the person down. Elevate the legs and feet slightly. Remove any tight or heavy clothing and drink or have the person drink cool water or water with electrolytes. Heat stroke is a condition caused by your body overheating, usually as a result of prolonged exposure to physical exertion and high temperatures. Heat stroke is the most serious form of heat-related illness. If you suspect you or someone has heat stroke, call 911 immediately and give first aid until help arrives. And very important is do not drive. As help arrives, stop and rest in the shade if possible. Cool the skin. You can spray or sponge the skin with cool water. Fan the person if you can, and place cold packs around the armpits or neck. If you are able to, or if the person is able to and alert, have them drink water, because most people with heat stroke have an altered level of consciousness and cannot safely be given fluids to drink. So how can we prevent heat illness? When working outside in high temperatures, drink water every 15 to 20 minutes. Even if you aren't thirsty, make sure you're drinking fluids with electrolytes before, during, and after activity. Rest. Take frequent breaks in the shade. Wear a hat, light-colored, loose-fitting clothing. Know your location in case you need to call 911. Use the buddy system to watch out for one another. Training can help us understand the hazards and prevention for heat-related illnesses. Okay, so now I will ask a couple of questions and see if you can answer them on your own. What are the 3 most common heat-related illnesses? The 3 most common heat-related illnesses are heat cramps, heat exhaustion, and heat stroke. What is the body's biological mechanism for cooling? Sweat can cool the body by cooling your skin as it evaporates. You are working outside and the temperature is 110 degrees Fahrenheit. You are sweating a lot, you have a headache, and you feel thirsty. In the cooler you have Gatorade, a Coke, and a Frappuccino. What drink do you choose? You choose Gatorade. Beverages with electrolytes help replenish electrolytes lost when sweating. And there are also other alternatives that are healthy choices. I know Gatorade has a lot of sugar, But there are also other options that you can pick when you want to drink fluids with electrolytes. Okay, the last question is, what is the most serious heat-related illness and considered a life-threatening medical emergency? Heat stroke. The body's cooling processes can't work properly when the body becomes dehydrated and can no longer cool itself by sweating.